guys, welcome back. So here I have a wonderful day. Today we're going to be starting the originals. I know it's been a long time coming. I know that to be honest, it took more than anticipated at the start, but we're here. We're here, guys. We're finally here. We made it. I'm so excited to go back to the Vampire Diaries universe. You have no idea. I miss this universe. I miss the originals so much, and I just can't wait. I seriously can't wait to see what the show has to offer. I know that this episode is not necessarily the pilot episode because we already had a pilot episode for the originals on TVD, on the Vampire Diaries. And I know that this episode is kind of like not different from the other episode that is on the Vampire Diaries, but it's from a different perspective. It's from Elijah's perspective. On the episode that was aired on the Vampire Diaries, we had Klaus' perspective on what happened. But in here, we're gonna have Elijah's perspective on what happened that day. So it's kind of interesting to see. Anyways, guys, this is when I say, please, no spoilers. And if you want to have access to early reactions, full uncut early reactions, go ahead and join my Patreon. I'm always ahead on Patreon. By the time you're watching this, you guys on YouTube, by the time you're watching this, I'm probably on episode 5 or 6 or something. So yeah, please feel free to check that out. And without further ado, let's dive into the originals, season 1, episode 1, Always and Forever.
And while we may not choose our family, that bond can be our greatest strength, or our deepest regret.
Especially if you're
This unfortunate
Michelson.
truth is-
Elijah's voice is so relaxing and soothing.
What do you make of that?
Dagger, the originals.
Hello.
My sweet, lovely Rebecca.
Can I eat him, brother?
I'd rather you didn't.
Elijah.
Are we saving the best for last?
Of course.
And our half-brother, Niklaus. Ignore him, he's a beast.
Oh,
I do recommend that you find yourself further assistance for the luggage. My sincere apologies.
My sincere apologies. The music at the end with the pile of dead body just fits so well. And imagine if the Michelsons met Pirates of the Caribbean. It's like, it would be chaotic as heck.
You say that like it's a common occurrence.
Well, she's complicated. Defiant, ill-mannered, little temperamental.
Little? Understatement of the
See, we don't
century.
share.
What kind of bind is your brother in?
He believes there are people in this town that are
Right.
conspiring against him.
Wow. Narcissistic and paranoid. Sorry. Bartender with a grad degree in psychology. Total cliche.
She's the
Someone
one who
might shed
talked to Klaus at the end of the originals episode that aired on the Vampire Diaries, right?
Welcome to New Orleans and the crown jewel of the Crescent City, the French Quarter. Jazz and jambalaya.
I want to
romance,
live there
poetry.
so bad.
You know who I am.
Original vampire always wears a suit. You and your family are famous amongst the witches.
Elijah, handkerchiefs, fancy suit, perfection.
Jane Ann died because she got caught doing magic.
When she got
Caught doing magic. It's crazy.
You're about to get your first glimpse of Marcel in action.
The vampire Marcel?
Oh yeah,
Things have
Marcel. I
changed since your
remember
family left town.
Marcel.
Marcel has changed.
The way they introduced him on TVD with that same voice. Damn it. Oh my god.
what have we here? I gotta tell you,
His
Soph, this
hot.
street corner has not proven the luckiest spot for your family tonight. My rules state that witches can't practice magic in the quarter.
Witches are forbidden to practice magic by vampires. I certainly stepped to a whole different world because witches are superior in the Vampire Diaries.
Take the body.
No, stop, stop, Marcel!
I'm gonna hold on to your sister's body in case maybe you remember why Klaus is here.
I remember the scene.
Oh, you got me into this, Jade. Oh, give me the strength to finish it.
The hybrid was looking for Jane Ann. Marcel wants to know why.
I'd say ask her yourself, but I guess you can't seeing as Marcel killed her.
Everybody's gonna stand till Elijah starts to borrow some hearts. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like Elijah is the scariest Michelson. And not Klaus, like seriously.
So why don't you tell me what business your family has with my brother?
We have a vampire problem, and we need help. Marcel has an army backing him. The witches have been trying to fight back. We haven't had much luck. Until my sister Jane Ann met a girl. She had a special connection to your brother. This special werewolf girl, she's pregnant. And the father of the child she's carrying is your brother Klaus.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this miracle baby vampire storyline. We see, especially Klaus's dad, man.
It's impossible.
So hard to imagine.
Nothing's impossible. Think about it. They call him the hybrid, right?
Who the hell are you?
She didn't meet Elijah in the Vampire Diaries? I really hope I'm gonna change my mind about her because I really disliked her in the Vampire Diaries.
Not that I understand how this could happen. I mean, vampires are dead. They can't have children.
Perhaps if you knew my brother's story, it might explain how this is possible. If you open your mind to me.
Oh, he's gonna get in her mind.
In the beginning, our family was human. That is, however, until one night, our youngest brother was killed by our village's greatest threat. Father! Desperate to protect the rest of us, our father forced our mother to call upon her black magic in order to make us stronger. When he killed for the first time, we knew what he truly was.
This is new. We didn't see this before.
He's a beast. An abomination.
Michael in long hair looks like a 70s rock singer from Texas.
My father forced our mother to cast a spell that would suppress Klaus's werewolf side, denying him any connection with his true self.
We haven't seen this either in the Vampire Diaries. That's so cool.
Don't let them do this to me.
Your dad was a dick.
Tell me about it.
Your brother's a notorious psycho. Who I slept with. Classic me.
I wonder if perhaps this baby might be a way for my brother to find happiness. A way to save him from himself.
Marcel drove the werewolves out of town decades ago. Do you really think he's going to welcome
Marcel's
a hybrid
good.
baby to the neighborhood?
He drove the werewolves. He found a way to, I don't know, control the witches and forbid them from doing magic, which is ridiculous. I'm not sure how he does that.
Convince Klaus to help us, and no one has to know about the newest member of the original family.
Niklaus?
Niklaus.
What an entirely unwelcome surprise.
What an entirely unsurprising welcome.
No, it's impossible.
I said the same thing myself.
This is a lie. Vampires cannot procreate.
But werewolves can. Magic made you a vampire, but you were born a werewolf. If you don't help us take down Marcel, so help me, Haley won't live long enough to see her first maternity.
Elijah's like, I know where this is going. I know where this is going. Klaus is about to snap out.
Enough of this. If you want Marcel dead, he's dead. I'll do it myself.
No, we can't. Not yet. We have a clear plan that we need to follow, and there are rules.
He had enough rules for one day.
Threaten me! I won't hear any more lies.
Niklaus?
The way he calls him Niklaus. Niklaus? Like, it's so unique to Elijah, you know? Listen.
Listen.
He's thinking about all the child support that he has to pay.
Kill her. And the baby.
Why do I care?
Why do I care?
The thing is, when he hears the baby's heartbeat, you can see it on his face that he wanted it. But just his ego took over and convinced him that he didn't want it or he doesn't need it, you know?
Niklaus, our own parents came to despise us. Our family was ruined. We were ruined. And since then, all that you have ever wanted, all that we have ever
love
wanted
this speech.
was a family. This is us.
The original family.
The original family. And we remain together.
Always and forever.
Save your child.
Oh, Elijah. He's so emotional.
No.
What prevents my brother from murdering you instead of cooperating?
Ow! She's linked.
What the hell?
They're linked.
So anything that happens to me happens to her, which means her life is in my hands.
You would dare threaten an original?
I have nothing to lose. You have until midnight to get Klaus to change his mind.
Elijah's there, watching.
What can I do?
You are just a pathetic little scrapper, still trembling from the lashes of the whips of those who would keep you down. And now look at you, master of your domain, prince of the city. I'd like to know how.
I like how the vampires stood up like they could do something. I'm like, have you learned your history, kiddos? Like, young kids these days are so disrespectful.
Hey man, I get it. 300 years ago, you helped build a backwater penal colony into something. You started it, but then you left. Actually, you ran from it.
I'm not sure how he gets the audacity to speak to Klaus like this. I mean, if he's counting on his group of vampires to protect him from Klaus, that ain't it, buddy. But if he knows, if he has something on Klaus and he knows that Klaus won't kill him, that's something else. Like in the Vampire Diaries, no one ever dared to treat him like this before, you know?
You want to stay a while? Great. What's mine is yours, but it is mine. My home, my family, my rules.
And if someone breaks those rules,
they die. And I'm not the prince of the quarter, friend. I'm the king!
Damn.
Show me some respect.
Damn! But if I were you, I would have watched who I'm talking to.
your friend will be dead by the weekend. Which means I've broken one of your rules. And yet I cannot be killed. I am immortal. Who has the power now, friend?
It was so close. When he heard the baby's heartbeat, I could see it in his eyes.
He wanted it.
No. He could almost taste happiness. And now his temper has destroyed it.
I'd say it's you and your brother got cocky, coming to my town like you own the place.
Oh, we did own the place once. We were all quite happy here, as I recall. Although we could never control those pesky witches at the French Quarter. How are you doing?
Your brother asked me the same question. I gave him the same answer. It's my business.
I assume you know that that bite will kill your friend within a matter of days. Of course, Niklaus's blood would cure him. Quite a handy little thing when one needs leverage in negotiation. Return the body of the witch Jane Ann, allow her people to put it to rest.
What do you care about the witches?
Oh, it's his business now.
Well, that's my business now, isn't it?
Yes.
The body of your fallen friend, which I procured from Marcel himself. Klaus will agree to your terms. I just need a little more time.
You had your time. It's past. Shut up, Agnes.
For now, accept the deal. The girl and child remain unharmed, or Klaus will kill you all.
And I bet he'll help him.
And I will help him.
Did I watch the fucking show? Looks so happy.
Walk away from this.
Let me go!
I will not!
The way he said, I will not.
I will not let go. I will never let go. Even if I have to spend eternity saving you from your own stubborn, petulant, vile self.
I haven't cared about anything for centuries. Why on earth do you?
You're about to now.
Well, because I failed you. Because the first time our father laid a hand on you, I should have struck
He
him
was
dead.
guilty. That's why.
Family above all.
I told you, Elijah's so emotional.
A sentimental fool.
Perhaps. But I've lasted this long in spite of it, haven't I?
It's funny how Klaus calls Elijah a sentimental fool and always makes fun of how Rebecca loves easily, because it's probably what keeps them from ditching him entirely.
We can never waver from the power of that bond, even when it is tested. The bond nourishes us, gives us strength.
You can tell that this show is about family already.
Without that power, we are nothing.
I mean, they're making it clear.
I made him in my image and he has bettered me. Why he has. I want to be king.
This is what he tried to do in the Vampire Diaries, but failed.
So is that
to
all this
do.
child? This child could offer you the one thing that you've never believed you had.
And what's that?
The unconditional love of family.
Tell Sophie Devereaux we have a deal.
Right now, you're the most important person in this family. We need a good home.
Who would have thought?
And all this time, has anyone asked you how you feel?
About having a miracle baby with a psychotic one-night stand.
About being a mother?
I was abandoned when I was
Oh,
born.
yeah. That's the whole story arc. Her story arc in the Vampire Diaries. She wanted to know her real parents, and this is why she came to New Orleans. This is why she made a deal with, what's his name? Creepy professor? Can't remember his name. And sacrificed 11 or 12 hybrids, you know?
And
remember?
my adoptive parents kicked me out the second that I turned into a wolf. I don't really know how I feel about being a mother because I never really had a good one.
I will always protect you. You have my word on that. Marcel obviously has something that they need. They don't want him dead. There must be a reason why.
Wait, she's from... what's the movie? Star Trek? Disney movie. Yeah, Star Trek.
The witches know better than to use magic. They know they can sense it when they do.
She's the secret weapon?
In my desire to reclaim this town, to steal from Marcel that which he holds most dear, I have realized one massive vulnerability.
And what is that?
You. Forgive me, my brother. If I am going to win this war, I have to do it
This
alone.
is the first episode, and Klaus daggered Elijah again. Lovely. I'm disappointed. Original's daggering scenes is always Shakespearean. But why, man? Why? Like, this is the first episode, and the first thing that he does is dagger him again. Klaus, he never learns. He never learns. Anyway, I really liked what they did here in this episode. Like, in Vampire Diaries, we already had something that we could call the pilot episode of the originals. Though here they told the story again. The fact that they used Elijah's perspective actually made it more interesting. And it kind of gave us another view on what happened until now. And it just shows the difference between the two brothers, Elijah and Klaus. I'm really excited, but though, like, I just hope that Elijah's not gonna stay daggered for long. Just hope that it's not gonna, you know, be longer than 2 episodes max. Because, man, I just can't imagine the show without Elijah. And I really hope that Rebecca will show up in the next episode, you know, join them in New Orleans and not just have her over the phone. Anyway, I'm so excited. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed my reaction. See you in the next video. Everybody's gonna stand till Elijah starts to borrow some hearts. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like Elijah is the scariest Michelson. And not Klaus, like seriously.